Welcome to Neon Cobra. Let's kick into it. All right. So this week, I actually want to do a quick recap, really, of the Beyond flagship conference. So, it's no surprise I do work for Pax8, and I was invited and I was there as a representative for Pax8 at the Nerdio booth. And I don't necessarily want to focus on that. I want to talk about the event itself, some of my learnings, and kind of what we're going to see, hopefully, evolve with my Neon Cobra channel due to inspiration from the conference. So first off, it was insane. There was just so many people there, friends, new and old, to be met. Whatever you want to say with that. But I had such an amazing time. Right, being able to collaborate and communicate with people in the industry is always something I look forward to. Had an opportunity to sit down. Well, let me take a step back. So one of the major keynotes, essentially, from our CEO Scott Chasen was talking about the managed intelligence provider, the concept that the industry will evolve and our baseline services as far as like security and all that is really going to be table stakes, and the next generation is going to be organizations that can provide managed intelligence. Right, there were an amazing keynote. A lot of the organizational information was kind of surrounding this, and quite honestly, it had inspired me. Right, so had an interesting conversation with Jason Slagle while on site. So someone that I've had a chance to, um, you know, mingle with in the past. We did the beard shave together back in 2022, I want to say at this point. And, just an all around, just amazing guy to talk to. And we kind of aligned on the same idea that, like, while yes, we think this is the generation and this is the start, um, some organizations are going to have an easier way and approach than others, right? It is not a product you bolt on anymore. It is not a new feature set to your offerings. It's a whole division, a whole department, sometimes an entire organization will be spun up around this. So when we're talking about what MSPs may be able to kind of take advantage of this, it's going to be the ones that have the ability to hire dedicated resources or dedicate large quantities of time to build this section or this division of their industry. So operational maturity and size of the MSP will really make a difference. Now, not to say that smaller ones can't make the impact, but they'll rely likely more on tools and education and enablement, and not be able to really kind of lead the way themselves. They'll be bleeding edge, but not leading edge, and that's not necessarily a bad place to be. So I think it will take years to come. Early adopters are obviously the ones that will likely either suffer the most or profit the most on this, right? We got to find out what works and what doesn't. So it's a really exciting frontier. So with that in mind, as far as inspiration for this channel, I'm personally going to embark on kind of an agentic or an AI educational path to really bring myself up to speed. I really want to be immersed and dive into this sort of stuff. Now, this isn't going to change the channel itself. It's still going to be Azure focused. But a side project I intend to run through this is really documenting my journey into an agentic aware future, right? I want to make sure that I'm up to speed. I want to be able to provide valuable content around this. So I'm going to document my path of learning to hopefully maybe lead the trail or leave a trail for others who maybe wish to follow in the future. So, what this looks like right now, I'm not quite sure. This is more of me putting it out into the ether. Needless to say, hopefully some fun stuff will come from this. But I think it speaks to the event that I could be sitting there, even though I work for the organization, and watching the keynotes, watching the content, and being like, yeah, I need to get in on this. Like this is something that I want to pursue. I haven't been this excited about something in the tech space in a little while. So with that, stay tuned, connect. I'd love to form a small community around this if possible, right? If anybody else is making similar journeys, maybe we set up a Discord, maybe we just collaborate on the page. Whatever the case is, reach out. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts and feedback on this. And with that, I'll catch you next time.